I think the great thing about this display is it shows the tram from the point of view of the passenger. You get to find out what it would have been like to be a youngster in the 1950s going out dancing and going out by tram. You get to find out what the atmosphere would have been like on the tram, what people would have been wearing, what they would have been chatting about, what their fears and hopes for the night might have been, maybe thinking about whether they could afford to go dancing the next night, maybe thinking about what they were wearing and whether it was appropriate. And then you get to follow them right through their night, find out all the different things about the dance hall, about being asked to dance, about knowing the dances, about what other people there were doing and saying. And then you get to follow them right to the end of the night to find out about getting home as well by tram and what would have been going on then too. There would be a conductor on this tram, and they had two jobs really. One was to collect the fares and make sure that people got off where they were meant to be, and the other was to look after everyone on the tram. They were in charge. Their word was law, and they made sure that everyone behaved themselves. So on a night out, you might expect that they would have to tell people off or that they would have to do some crowd control. But actually, all of the conductors that we've spoken to, or most of them, remember that these were people who were away for a night out. They were in a really good mood, that there was a lot of banter, that these were really good times. If you walked down Sauchiehall Street in the 1950s, you would see tons of dance halls, and there were dance halls all through the city. There's about 30 of them altogether because people loved to go out dancing. Glasgow, people were known for being dancing daft, and I think one of the really surprising things is how often they would go dancing. People might go dancing 5 or 6 nights a week, basically as often as they could afford it. I think when the tram is on display in the Riverside Museum, you'll look at it really differently because you'll think about it from the point of view of the passengers. You'll be able to look at it and think, what was it like to travel on this tram? What was it like to go on a night out on this tram? And you'll be able to find out what nights out were like, what it was like being on the tram. So you'll look at different features. You'll look at the mirrors. You might look at the steps. You might look at the spaces between the wood on the floor and wonder if you'd have got your heels caught. The great thing is that it will introduce a sense of movement as well. I think we want to do that across all of the trams, to be able to see footage of them in use and to be able to see them as being part of everyday life.